Good evening, everyone, and welcome once again to the place to be each and every Sunday night, where tonight on Top Split TV, we're bringing you round 3 of season 23 of Sunday Night Lights, and it's not from Suzuka, it's actually from Interlagos. Let me see if I can fix that. There we go. And it's me, Alex McKellar, and I'm joined by the one and only Timmy G, Mr. Tim Gorkrocher. Tim, welcome back to the commentary booth. A big night of racing ahead of us once again. You with me there, Tim? Tell me you're there, Tim. I don't know if he's had a failure or what. But anyway, let's see who's out on track here tonight for us as we rocket on ahead. On screen at the moment, if I can pull up, oh look out, he's qualifying already, is 1B Simonson, our current season champion. And he's actually, I think he's sitting in third on the standings at the moment, but the one-plated car here tonight, one Benny Simpson for Apex Racing, of course, as he goes to set out his time. Number 2, the second seat tonight is Nagai-san, Naoya Nagai from Japan. Of course, he won the last race last season, looking to come back after a bit of time warming by the looks. See what he can do out here tonight. Pablo Espez, car number 3. For the R70 team, great to see Pablo back. Holly Palanca, car number 4 here tonight. Franco Ruggieri, our 5th seated driver. Are you with me here tonight, Tim? I don't know what happened. He was talking to me just a moment ago. Anyway, number 6 plated car here tonight's Laura Samadio. Giuseppe Tellini's the 7th plated car. Andre Bristow, who I think for Power to Flex Esports, he came back and he's joined us a couple of times now, and pretty quick to boot. The 9-plated car is the Double I Smurf and Ludwig Geedy. It only says 1 there for Movano Sim Racing. Very quick, of course. The 10-plated car, Christian Perez for a cross competition, although he's wearing the IRS livery. Christian doing some coaching. Well worth your time checking that out. I think it must stand for Iberian Racing School. That's my guess. Christian, one of the best drivers running around, current 2K Cup champion. Kyle Kawabe, the second of the Japanese drivers here tonight. Kawabe's son in the 11-plated car. Martin Booker joining us again. From UK and I, although the flags are playing up. 13, Diego Tomas Pereira. He had a great warm-up race here tonight. Anthony Catt, not so lucky in the warm-up race. The 14-plated car here tonight. 15, last season's winner here with, what on earth is going on there? Well played, iRacing. That looks like something out of the goodies. Sorry. That's Danny Blanco. Anyway, Anthony Jones, he's still got to go. Look at that. It's still in front of him. That's brilliant. Anthony Jones for Team Torpedo, the 16 car here tonight. 17, Donald Sabinal from ANZ. Great to see Donald out there having another crack. Young ANZ driver, the Dons Gaming, I think it is, on Twitch if you want to check him out first person style. Alexis Tapia Vico for a cross competition, similarly on stream. Alex Narco, I think it is. He's a Twitch streamer as well, if I'm not mistaken, so go check him out as well. And the 19-plated car just sneaking in, the Iberian driver of Inaki Blanco. Meanwhile, 50.3, if you don't mind, on his opening lap with 1 to go. 1B Simonson setting the pace. Timmy G, are you back with me yet? Please tell me you're back. Don't tell me I'm doing it solo again. Yeah, no, I could see him in there. I just can't hear him for some reason. And we were talking not moments before we started. So there you go, folks. Animals and small children, don't let them on the show. Or Timmy G, apparently. Yeah, so Simonson, 50.3, that's nuts. Bristow did a 50.6, but he looks like he's put it away for the night. Geedy sitting in third currently as he's gone over his second lap, has he? He has. Only good enough for third with a 50.7. Nagai, who's always good for a quali time, he's done 50.5, and Simonson's parked it. He said, "No, I'm done." Maybe he picked up 2 incident points. Perez crossing the line for a top 4 start. Palanca has crossed for second. Put it on second. Anyone still out there on a lap? Ruggieri, he's still out there on a lap. He's coming to finish his second lap. Only good in 14th at the moment. We know he can do better than that. Blanco still to set a lap. Timmy, sing out if you're in the chat, mate. Oh, he's dropped. All right. We could be flying solo. Of course, Corey might be in the chat, but 50.7. Ruggieri drops him up in 7th, which is a good effort. Blanco only good enough for 15th there. Nagai-san's still out and about as we have the 1 minute left to go in quali, but I think everyone looking at the telemetry has done their laps now, and so on your screen is our starting order, which we'll run through shortly. Just wanted to give a big shout out to those who've supported the this season's raffle. We've already had quite a number of entries. Of course, you can donate to the stream, subscribe, give subs, or buy your ticket in the end of season raffle for a $100 Steam voucher. Just type exclamation raffle in the chat if you're keen to support the stream. It sounds like I have a Tim G in the house. Is that right, Tim?
I'm just not sure, Alex. Can you hear me?
Oh, got you now.
I don't know what was wrong. Discord was playing funny buggers, and it took a quick reset to get it cranking. So my apologies. I know there's 1.5, 2K viewers in the chat who are dying to hear my voice. So I apologise for the delay, and I'm pleased to be on the top split for the first time, I think, Alex, in probably a couple of seasons. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been a little while.
And I've missed it. And I'd like to thank Corey for giving up the seat tonight so I could get back on board. Thanks very much.
Very good. All right, perfect timing. Let's go through our grid tonight. Oh, please tell me it's going to work. There we go. S23 round 3 at Interlagos. Benny Simonson for Apex Racing taking out the pole with a 50.3 on his first lap, if you don't mind. Get that in here. Holly Palanca, it's 1.7 tenths behind, nearly 1.8 tenths. Behind in second, Naoya Nagai from Japan, 2 tenths behind, starting from third tonight. Andre Bristow for Powder Flex Esports. There's a name for you. Starting out of fourth. Cross Competitions, Christian Perez out of fifth tonight. Ludwig Guidi from Movano Sim Racing out of sixth. Franco Ruggieri from Italy out of seventh. Anthony Catt from UK and I. He's starting from eighth tonight. Danny Blanco, last season's winner here. Some 4 tenths off pole here tonight. Car number 15 starting ninth. Off the grid, 10th will be Giuseppe Tolini from Italy. Diego Pereira from Brazil out of 11th tonight. Gee, top 12 so far with Anthony Jones from Team Torpedo. 4.48 of a second separating the top 12. That's what we got to look forward to tonight. 13th tonight, Pablo Esper still within half a second for R70 team out of 13th tonight. Across Competitions, Alexis Vico out of 14th. 15th, Inaki Blanco from Iberia. 16th, Donald Sabanal from ANZ. Laura Samadio from Italy out of 17th. 18th tonight, Martin Booker and Gal Kawabe out of 19th. Brings up the rear of the field. And look at that. You can see his time there, Tim, is 1.037 seconds behind pole. And he's all the way down, starting from last on the grid. That's outstanding.
It's got to hurt, Alex. You think I put together a great lap and you're back in P19. That's a tough start, and just looking like the midfield, the 3 tenths from P3 through to sort of P12, P13 that's ridiculous, and it's going to be a tight race, super tight. But I think Benny, he's just had the racecraft for a good couple of seasons now. He just looks so strong. So it's going to be good to see how he goes and how he positions himself late in the race.
As Fred Flag Marshall waves his flag vigorously at the start of this one. Polanco pulls straight in behind Simonson as they head down. Look at that, into turn 1. Stream of skippies 2, sometimes 3 wide. There towards the rear. They're getting it done. The second part of the centre S's, often where things start to get a bit interesting. These guys making it work tonight. Strength field for those playing home was about 46.60. So up again, a bit over our season average once again as these guys stream down to turn 4. One of the prime overtaking positions on this track here, Tim.
It's all right, Alex. It's been a while, as I said, and I'm fine if you call me Corey. Yeah, good start. No crazy antics. No moves up the inside. Nice and settled. Couple of cars hanging back a little bit. Back of the field, Kawabe, I would have thought he'd really want to put some pressure on the cars in front. Not the case early in the piece, as it is largely single file. Bit of activity mid-pack with Anthony Catt and Ludwig Guidi, and Franco Rigeri running side by side through the right-hander there. Catt capitalises on the position. Very nice close racing. Good way to start. Catt had a tough one last time around, looking to make amends for a big I-rating loss. As those two running side by side still. Rigeri looks like he might pull ahead. Not the case. Catt's looking good at the moment as he pushes forward for P8, Alex.
Yeah, nice move there. You know, it's one of the real stories of this track, and it's one of my favourite tracks for the skippies. It's the GP track, of course. But, you know, the overtakes seem to be fast and flowing. There's a big draft track, but, you know, over the course of a lap, it can take a full lap to get a pass done. That's what I love about this track and the battles that we can potentially see as a result. As these guys now, it's Palanca and Simonson up front with Nagai. Great to see the Japanese driver up competing for the lead and the win once again. Perez sitting in fourth, top 5, rounded out by Andre Bristow as they head through the centre S for the second time round. And once again...
there's a spinner, Alex, mid-pack. Looks like it was Rigeri, got sideways. No contact, lost it himself. No contact from other cars either. Cost himself a stack of time. He's at the back of the pack. Lucky not to get caught up with Anthony and Anthony Catt and Anthony Pro Master Jones. Very fortunate. And all cars still in the race, Alex.
Yeah, we've managed to keep them on. They fixed the damage model to some degree as they're 3 wide going into turn 4 this time round. They exit 3 wide. Still is Rigeri trying to recover behind Blanco and Sabanal. Meanwhile, up front, Palanca's made the move for the lead, and we've got Simonson tucked in behind with Nagai, Perez and Guidi. A little bit tailed off. He's only, half a second behind. He'll gather that up pretty quickly as they concertina through the technical sections, and we are with a pack of 9 in that leading pack, and only a second for Espes. And I'll tell you what, Espes has got the pace, if anyone has, to catch and bridge the gap between 2 packs, Tim.
Right on. You took the words out of my mouth, Alex. I looked back and thought, Espes, if there's anyone who's going to do it, he's the man for the job. Going to work hard with Giuseppe Tellini, though, but 1 or 2 good clean laps. No battling, just working together on the straights, and I reckon those two can bridge the gap up to Anthony Jones. Interestingly, Alex, with Rigeri losing it on turn 1 at the beginning of this lap, I thought there's no way on earth that the Anthony's are going to keep up with the leading pack, but somehow it didn't cost them too much time. Kept the foot buried, got past the spinning car, and somehow managed to maintain sort of around that 1 second and get through turn 2 and 3 into the draft through to turn 4 and bridge the gap through to Danny Blanco.
3 wide into turn 1, if you don't mind. Nagai on the outside. He had the massive run with the draft, and now he's got Guidi all over his tail, forcing the position or the defence of the position through the exit of the centre S. But 3 wide they were going in there. Looked like Nagai had the run, but then Simonson came up the inside there, and Nagai really backed out, and he copped a bit of a touch. I don't know if it was netcode or what, but he lives to fight another day. As I was saying before, they seem to have done good things to the damage model in so much as you can still break a car with a decent contact, but the phantom and the negligible contacts, the race continues on, Tim.
Yeah, that's right. It's I'm pretty happy with where it's at from what I've seen. It doesn't look like, there's no stray wheels flying off. The damage model seems to be in a reasonable place right now.
Nagai's gone. I reckon he's caught one in the rear there, probably from Bristow.
Guidi's taking him out, I reckon. Guidi. No, you're right, Bristow.
All right, let's go check out the replay here, if I can find it. Come on. I want to slow it down a bit. I think it was into the corner here. It's the 9 car, the 8 car on his inside. Nagai-san, he's got the worst luck you've ever seen for a quick driver. I don't know whether he's tentative on track. It certainly looked like through turn 1, but you see, yeah, the 8 car there of Bristow, I think it is, coming up the inside and just... Yeah, that's unfortunate.
Bit too much speed, little bit of aggression. And it's call it a night for both of them, unfortunately, Alex.
Yeah, it's a real shame. Through no fault of his own, he's left to hung out to dry, so to speak. And we've got a breakaway pack of 3 cars here with Polanco on the head of Simonson and Perez as we start lap 4 this time round. And then there's a gap of around 1.3 seconds to Danny Blanco, last season's winner, who's got Guidi all over his tail, and Cat as well, with the quiet achiever, 1A Jones, Mr. Jonesy, sitting on the back of that 4 as well. So, yeah, and then Espes, he's dropped off, and it's about a 1.5 second gap. So all that hope we had, perhaps yet to come into play, Tim, as Espes, he's got 2 gaps to bridge now if he hopes to get back into this one.
Yeah, right on. I think the leading pack have just slipped that little bit too far away. But last time round, pulled 3 tenths in on Anthony Jones. So, good lap, but really we're going to have to see some more of that and, try and take those half-second chunks out to bridge the gap through to the second pack. But I think for Perez and Tellini, looking at probably P4 as their best finish for tonight.
Yeah, you got Guidi and Blanco leading that charge. Although Espes, look at that. It looks like he is going to bridge that gap. In fact, he looks to be back in draft this time round. So he's got Tellini tucked in behind him. And there'll be a nice little pocket of excitement there in that secondary pack led by Guidi this time round. But the front 3 certainly getting away at this stage. Polanco, Simonson and Perez. Certainly some high quality in that front pack. There's high quality throughout this field. If I jump back a bit further to P10, there's Vico trying to get on the back of that secondary pack that's starting to go 4 wide in the background, if you don't mind. These guys really giving it a go in the second pack. As the leaders go through single file, we see once again Guidi showing the nose, getting up the inside, holding off Cat to stay second in that pack behind Blanco. We know Blanco's got pace around here. I don't know that they've got the pace to bridge what is approaching a 2.5 second gap there, Tim.
Yeah, and I don't think so either. We know how fast Guidi is. We know how fast Blanco is. Anthony Cat, no question on his pace. But when you've got Benny Simonson leading the way up front and Holly Polanco hanging in second place, mate, it's such a tough ask to come out, pull a 2-3 tenths every lap against these guys. I'm just going to say it's not going to happen. So unless there's contact or unless these two do funny things, and we know Polanco, he likes to race. He likes to get the elbows out. Who knows what'll happen? But I'd say the top 3 is almost firmly in the bag. Just a matter of who's on the top step.
Yeah, I'd probably concur with that at this stage. These guys having a good and putting on a good show behind 2x2, if you don't mind, Jones. And Blanco letting him know he's there. I don't know if he gave enough room there, kept the Team Torpedo driver honest, if nothing else. But Guidi leading the way with this one with Cat, Jones, Blanco, Espes and Tellini now right back in it. That's where we'll see some action this time in this one, because these guys are racing hard and fast, as they say. With Vico now, really, he's been dropped off. What's he, 1.2 behind? He's not likely to catch those guys unless they do genuinely get the elbows out. But up front, Perez now looking in a little bit of danger getting dropped. He's 0.8 behind with Simonson Polanco threatening to run away with this one.
Mate, I don't think he's too stressed. Realises Polanco loves to race close, and a couple of times on the last lap I thought, oh my God, it's going to end in tears. But not the case. But I think Perez, just biding his time, knows he's going to pull up under brakes when these two, Polanco's taken a shallower line into the corners, costing themselves a 10th, maybe 2 tenths, and that's all Perez needs, just to hang in touch. Of course, using the draft and no dramas on track for him. He's looking pretty settled in P3 right now.
Absolutely. As the second pack now fan out across turn 1 and now on the run into turn 4. You got 2x2 as we see this time it's Blanco leading Cat around from Guidi and Jones.
Jones gets checked up there, Alex. Had to open the wheel a little bit. Was going to have contact with Guidi. Took an off track, ran wide, kept the pack in check. It was a very, very good job by him, because it was going to end in tears, and a couple of boys would have been out of the race. But Guidi getting the elbows out. It's only, what are we? Lap 6. We're about halfway through right now, and probably earlier than I would have thought that Guidi'd be sort of flexing some muscle, saying, hey, I'm taking this spot. This is mine. Thanks very much, P6.
Yeah, look, I'm struggling to say who's the fastest one in this pack, and I'm sure all of them think they are, and they all potentially want to be at the front. So Blanco leading this secondary pack here with Cat and Geedy tucked in behind. Geedy's led his share on the front of this pack, this peloton, as it were. Espes now looking to get amongst it as well. He shuffled Jones and Tellini to the rear of this field. Looked for him to get amongst it. We might grab our two packs as they go through the first couple of corners to see the varying styles there. You see Perez fanning out wide and really not wanting to put these guys under any threat. And you see these guys will get it sorted pretty quickly as we go behind, and they're looking at least 2, if not 3 wide, shaping up 2 wide. Geedy really wants to get on the front of this one. Cat looking to race with him there, and you know, all it's doing is cementing this battle as being only for 4th. And as you say, Tim, I think that the front 3 are going to run away with it. With after Perez last lap set a 49.7, first one into the 49s for the race. And look at him, he's in the chat as well. Get on with you, Christian.
The guy's a beast. He's doing very nicely. As I said before, no concerns for Christian, but you're right. The scuffling in from P4 through to P8, P9. There's no chance they're ever going to bridge the gap to the first 3 cars on track. Cat, though, looking comfortable. He, got challenged by Geedy, was up to it, though. Ran side by side, no questions at all, no problems. And I think he's looking pretty comfortable up front, mate. It's just a matter of whether he sits at the front of that pack or whether he backs through and, gives up a position so he can get a good run on the last lap. We'll just see what happens. But there's going to be plenty of scuffling, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's right. And if they do, all they're really going to do is add another one to their pack in Vico, who's trying to bridge the gap. And then there's the fast, hard-charging Rigeri and Amadio. These two threatening to get involved as well. They're, what are they, 2.8 behind Vico. They could bridge that gap potentially, but... and then another second, assuming that that Vico can get on the back of this secondary pack here. But up the front, once again, we've got Simonson leading this time round with Polanco and Perez. Quite happy to sit there in 3rd, it appears. This time round, Polanco looks like he's going to take his turn on the front. What do they do in the second pack? Oh, Ducks and Drakes are plenty here, folks.
4 wide.
Oh, 4 wide. Get in here. 3 wide through turn 1, if you don't mind. Espes says, it's my turn on the front, boys. I'm coming through. Cat and Geedy tucked in behind dutifully with Blanco getting right amongst it. If you don't mind 4 wide, that's what we came to see.
Yeah, isn't it, Alex? And thank God Blanco got out of the throttle, or that was ending in tears, and there would have been 4 cars in the fence, upside down, whatever it may be. They would have been out of the race without question. Interestingly, the one who's capitalising, though, I think, out of all this is Vico at the back. He's in P10, putting in some good times, mid-150s, 150.45 last time around. A little bit of work to do, but if this second pack keeps scuffling, he'll be there within probably 2 laps max.
Yeah, easy to lose. Half second through the first centre S if you keep going 3-4 wide into turn 1. Oh, Blanco, is it? He's right up the tailpipe of Geedy through there, and that's going to loom large in his mirrors there, I would think, through turn 8 there. Through coming through 11 this time round. Of course, you can set up an overtake at turn 11, back at turn 4, depending on how things go. But certainly you can lose it from there as well. So these guys, and look at Espes already, really stamping his authority. Some 4 tenths ahead. And it'll be interesting to see if they... Oh, no, good drive there from Blanco out of the corners, got him well back in touch, and it'll be on once again. Let's see what the front guys are doing through... Oh, look, it's starting to get... What's Perez doing? Is he going to get involved? He's going to make it 3 wide? No, they're going to settle. They've got another, 4 laps to go at the end of this one, and easy as they go. Meanwhile, behind, what do we got this time round? Got Espes defending and Cat going around the outside, and they tuck in quite nicely in the end this time around. Maybe they learnt from last time. What do you reckon, Tim?
Yeah, I think so. Cost them a ton of time. As the lap times indicated, in the high 1 minute 50s. But you're right about Perez. He slotted through, what was he, P7, P8 before, started P13. He was in P4 last time round. But yeah, he's looking so comfortable out there, and I think he's going to head up this group as the laps tick by. But at the moment, Anthony Catt leading that group of 6 cars. And it just looks like Alex Vico's just that little bit far behind, just not quite enough pace at the moment, and also not enough scuffling from this group. They'll battle for positions pretty hard and fast in the coming couple of laps as they try and settle for the final lap, lap 13. But it's good racing, Alex. That's what we came here for.
Yeah, exactly. And Ruggieri, similarly, and Amadio not going fast enough to bridge the gap to Vico, so it looks like they're holding station. Meanwhile, this secondary pack is where the action is, this time led around by Cat. That's half a dozen cars there, just looking to get amongst it in the final stages. 4.5, a little less than 4.5 to go this time round as we jump back up the front. Exit of that, well, it's not the final corner. I kind of think of it as the final corner. It's 13. Then you got this long flat out section, which actually in theory has 2 corners, 14 and 15 in it. But, I always think of turn 13 as the final corner as we see Polanca going around the outside. Simonson taking an inside line. Not really defending it, I shouldn't say. But then we see Perez still biding his time behind. Oh, Benny, not make it too hard, not make it easy at the same time as this pack comes through now. They're going too wide still this time round, and it's Guidi on the front, 3 wide if you don't mind on the exit of turn 3. Jeepers, they know how to make this one interesting, don't they, Tim?
Yeah, they do. Interestingly as well, Alex Guidi last time round into the 49s, a 149.9. He's shown some real pace. Got a bit of draft leading that pack now. Last time round for the lead group, though, 1 minute 50.5s, virtually all round. So a nice bit of work by the second group to bridge that gap. Running out of time, though, as we can see, 3 to go. The question becomes, Alex, I mean, out of these top 3, everyone who's raced here knows that you don't want to lead coming out of that last corner on that last lap. You're just going to get your doors blown off by the guy in second place. So the question is the scuffling on the last lap or two as the guy in the lead sort of says, hey, I just want to fall back into P2 because that's where I want to be, to get the run. When does that start to happen, and what are the ramifications for those guys and this hard charging second pack?
Well, they've got a 4.2 second gap, and I tell you what, I've done a bit of racing this week, watched a few streams around and seen some of the games that go on. The first gear shenanigans through the twisty technical section in the middle to line up second position. Mind you, I've seen it one from third as well. So, and, given the right opportunities, we see Perez starting now to look like he wants to make his presence known in this front pack, positioning himself to almost take the run and take the lead this time round by the looks, is he? Yes, he is. What's Polanca going to do? He's going to pretty much let him take it. What's going on in this second pack? 3 and 4 wide if you don't mind. 3 wide through turn 1. They've got it done again. It's like they're rolling the dice each and every time, though. Compromised lines throughout, and they've got it done. Espes this time round, after being shuffled back 3 positions, is on the lead of this second pack. Jones now starting to look to make his mark on it. They're still 2 wide as they head down into turn 4. This is what Skippy Racing looks like, folks, when people are really jostling with the elbows out in the closing stages, trying to position themselves in a big pack. This is what Skippy Racing's all about, isn't it, Tim?
Hard, fast, nice and close, Alex. And that is what the big crowds come here for. It's what... contact!
Gorski, that's Guidi gone and Jones by the look. I don't know if it was netcode or what, but it caught him out on the straight. I might see if I can grab a replay. Oh, I've got to scroll quite miles down to get it.
Bit of damage to Blanco too, Alex. 3 caught up in that. I think he got his nose wiped off. He did a fair bit of damage to the nose. Not a good result for those 3.
Looked like Jones just moved across, if I'm honest, onto Guidi. He had plenty of room on the left and he just moved to driver's right, and you're right, there's a bit of nose cone missing there as well. That's really set the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. No offence, Anthony. Espes and Cat now looking to drive away with what is the remnants of the second pack now. As we jump back up front, we have... It's 2 laps to go as they cross this time round. They head up the main straight here, the start-finish straight. Perez leading it this time round. This is where it's going to start to get interesting. The patience that they've shown throughout, is it going to hold? Yep, slotting in goes Perez. It's He's sitting in second with Simonson, holding him off. Now the guys behind, what are they doing? They're just line astern. Cat and Espes, Tellini and Vico now right into it. Those two, they've been hiding away in the background, and they're looking to grab decent finishes there. As we jump back up to the front, Tim, who's your money on out of these three?
I got to say, I think a bit of a dark horse. We know how fast Perez is, Alex, but I think he's the one tonight. I think he's just sat at the back. He's watched what these guys do. P2 right now, 2 laps to go. Yeah, I think he positioned himself well for the inside line for turn 1 on the next lap, and that'd be a good way to start the final lap where he can really, be in P2, have to fend off for P3 who'll want to get that P2 position. But I think that'll be I think my money's on Perez, Alex. How you feeling?
Yeah, look, current 2K Cup champion. I haven't seen him too much in the skips of recent days. You've got official season and SNL current reigning champion Simonson behind him. Simonson, no stranger to fantastic racing here. This is one of my favourite races in all of our history. 5 wide into turn 1, I think it was, and I think Simonson came and took that one out. As we see, Palanca running very wide as they jockey for positions. How they want to, where they want to be on this final lap. Only the guys in the cockpits will know. Tim, where would you want to be?
I'm pretty happy in the commentary box, truthfully, Alex. Mate, it's been that long since I've raced. I don't think I can give any reasonable insight. These guys are far better than I ever was. Benny Simonson, though, drives right around the outside. Interesting move to say, hey, I'm gonna lead this one into, on the final lap. That's a really, really big call. But I wonder whether he's hoping, Alex, whether Christian Perez is going to come under some pressure from Ollie Palanca. That might allow him to get a gap of just, you'd probably need 8 or 9 tenths to get out of the final turn and to the finish line. So it's going to be interesting. Benny Simonson, though, leaves that door wide open. Perez says, hey, I'm going to have a look. Late on the brakes for Simonson, though, closes the door. As they cross the line, Simonson first at this stage. Running out of time quickly, though, is Perez and Palanca to make a move.
Perez is actually positioning himself to be second, believe it or not. He defended the inside overtake into turn 4. He's defending, not attacking through turn 5 and 6 here. On the approach to 7, he's taking the defensive line on the outside. He's leaving all the primary racing lines to Simonson. He is dead set positioning himself to be second. And you're right, I thought Benny potentially set himself up to lead and let the other two scrap it out, as once again Simonson leads him out of what I would call the penultimate corner now on the run down the hill into 13. It's the run out of here that's the most important thing. These guys just testing the track limits. Palanca perhaps stretching the friendship with that one. It's only the tiniest of gaps there, 2.5 seconds. It's now, I think, Perez who's in the box seat. Palanca's done it from here before. Certainly used Stretch the Steward's friendship on his exit or entry into the final turn 13. Side by side, little contact they go. They're still going. Simonson and Perez. Perez is into the wall. It's going to be Palanca and Simonson. Perez is into the wall. Oh, I'd have to go back and have a look at that one. Cat looks to have grabbed P4. Espes, Tellini, Vico coming across, and I've lost a bit of network there. Tim, what did you make of that one?
I just went back and watched the replay. Alex Perez, I think, just drove across Simonson's line. Still managed to get P2, though. Unlucky for Simonson. He had a great race and did a lot of things right in the last lap. And truthfully, I thought he had, a reasonable gap, held the inside line and might be able to get the win. But Palanca, pedal to the metal, Alex, just had the foot planted and drove right around the outside of both for the big W.
Yeah, just looking at the replay now, we might go on board Palanca as he took that massive off track. Actually, we might go right back here and see go on with Perez. See, Perez probably took what is the widest run you can take there without getting an off track. And we see Palanca this time. He's running up. We might slow it down in a minute and see what it looks like. You see Palanca's not afraid to go around the outside there. And I want to, maybe I'll hop on board with Perez, see what happens. Oh, that's really not going to help us too much. Slow-mo here. There's good spacing there. Benny drifting out a bit.
I think he did drift out. Yeah, Alex. Just prompted that bit of contact and it was too late for Perez. Just as soon as you clip that wheel, that left rear of Perez, there was no coming back. I'm pleased Perez still got P2 though.
Yeah, it was right near the line. Got turned on the line, so probably didn't impact the result in the end. I think Palanca's probably always going to win that, if I'm honest.
Yeah, I think so too. Great race. That's the way we like it. Good, nice, close finish. Palanca, as I said, drove right around the outside. Didn't really capitalize on. I mean, I wouldn't call that drum, but affected the finish. It was.
Yeah,
well, look, it would have been close. Would have been good to know.
Yeah. I think it would have been close, but as you say, but I think Polanco already always wins that, given how much liberty he took with the final corner. Let's go and check out our race results, though. The final official standings for round 3 of season 23 of Sunday Night Lights here on Top Split TV. Got Holly Palanca taking out, I think it's his first Sunday Night Lights event. Christian Perez, great to see him back. Cross competition driver. He's finished in second after that final lap incident with Benny Simonson for Apex Racing, who finished in third here tonight. Pablo Espes for R70 team, after being well out of it for a while, fought his way back and managed to grab a good P4 out of that one. He was up, was he up 8 positions? He's done well to get that in this sort of field, that's for sure. Anthony Catt on his return, the UK&I driver. He's finished in 5th tonight. Congratulations, Anthony. Giuseppe Tellini from Italy. He's in 6th tonight. Alexis Vico from Across Competition finishing in 7th tonight. Laura Samadio from Italy in 8th. Franco Ruggeri, after his early incident from Italy, he's finished in 9th. Gael Kawabe, who started last on the grid tonight. He is the biggest mover and shaker in the field, up 9 positions to finish inside the top 10. Congratulations, Kawabe. Saninaki Blanco from Iberia in 11th. Martin Booker, the UK&I driver, in 12th, rounding out the Sunday Night Lights points scoring positions. Andre Bristow, he's fit for Powder Flex Esports in 13th tonight. Danny Blanco from Iberia in 14th. Donald Sabanal from ANZ in 15th. Diego Pereira from Brazil, he's finished in 16th. Naoya Nagai from Japan, unlucky, as has been the case so often. He's finished in 17th here tonight. Team Torpedoes, Anthony Jones in 18th. One little quick sees Ludwig Guidi from Movano Sim Racing down 2 laps, similar to Jones. Of course, they went out together. All the way down in 19th tonight, Tim. That's all she wrote as far as the results go. What did you make of that one?
But it was everything I hoped it'd be, truthfully. The lead pack separated early in the piece, and some good battling in the top 3. Great battling in the mid pack, but yeah, you're right. Disappointing for Jones and Guidi and the guy, of course, qualified great, but geez, he has some bad luck. I look forward to when, and I haven't caught every race this season, but he rocks up quite often, and I just see him get caught up in early drama. So I look forward to when he can, or when I catch a race where he, qualifies well like he does, and he does it all the time, but just doesn't get caught up, just gets on with things and has a good, clean race, to show some true form and some good pace. But Palanca, though, terrific tonight. Planned it well and got the big W. Well done.
Yeah, that's it. Now, we've got a couple of folks in the green room. We'll start with third place getter tonight, one Benny Simonson. Benny, bit of Interlagos here tonight, bit of pack racing early on, and then you guys broke away, and it really was down to a roll of the dice almost at the end there, mate. What was the tactics going into the last lap?
I thought, obviously knew I was going to be a sitting duck being first, but I thought I'd give it a go. And I was hoping they might scrap a bit behind, but I took a gamble, didn't work out, and I think Holly just got an amazing tow all the way from Madrid. So lost the tactics.
Yeah, well, it's interesting you say that. Both Tim and I both thought that perhaps you were looking to get the other two to fight behind you to give you enough to gap, because it's only half a second you need to hold that first position typically, although that's with 2 cars. I don't know how to go with 3, particularly with the liberties taken in that final corner there, but look, as you say, you got to roll the dice, and it's different 2 cars to 3 cars, isn't it? The tactics there, but otherwise, mate, the race panned out okay. It was a good field here tonight. But what did you make of that last lap incident on the run to the line there with Perez? How did that play out for you?
I messaged Christian, and I mean, I had a look at my screen, and to me, it looked like a little bit of a net code. I messaged him, and he said he didn't know. I mean, but yeah, if it was my fault, then I did say sorry if it's my fault. But I mean, to me, it looked it looked like a bit of a gap between the tires. But yeah, I mean, I don't think the result changed anything anyway. But yeah, I think it was just a bit of a 50-50 unlucky, really. But yeah, it was definitely no way of intention of hitting each other.
No, absolutely. Yeah, we kind of saw it in a similar way. And again, we didn't think it affected the result either. We thought Polanco was probably going to take that double draft and go through. So, but great to see yourself and Perez rubbing shoulders up there at the front once again. Two of the best going around, mate. But thank you once again for joining us, mate, and putting on such a great show. Is there anyone you'd like to give a shout out to before we let you go?
Obviously, you guys. For putting on the show. It's always a pleasure, as I say every week, and yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no worries. Great to see you, Betty. Thanks, mate. And we'll hopefully see you again in the coming weeks.
Yeah, see you guys.
There you go. Tim won Benny Simonson for Apex Racing. Of course, he's part of the Apex Racing team now. Does some track guides and things that you can find on the VRS website as well. And he runs the winter series as well, with some enduros, I think, coming up at the moment. Doing his bit for the community, both on track and off. So it's great to see him in here, of course.
Yeah, it is, and terrific for a recognised driver to be part of the series as well. And I think it's terrific that he recognised, hey, I might have made an error, and I kind of apologise. Don't think it changed the result to admit that. That's terrific. So good on him, and him participating in the series just really makes that a little bit better. So thanks, Benny.
Yeah, absolutely. And you say a recognised driver. I mean, I had him on the podcast when I was doing that, and I was doing a bit of research on what he's driving. And I might have mentioned it before, but he actually held the lap record at Bathurst in a Ferrari for a while. I can't remember the category it was, but so no slouch behind the wheel in real life as well. So great to have Benny part of the series. He certainly does a lot for the community at the same time. Now, we've got another person waiting to come up for a bit of a chat here, as I try and find the right camera angle. There we go. We'll do that. We'll bring up Mr. Christian Perez. Christian, great to see you out on track here tonight. Shame not quite for the win, but hopefully you had fun out there.
Yeah, totally. Race was pretty good at the first with the quali so close. Without Benny. And yeah, I tried to get some positions to Naoya and to Andrea. I touched with both, and yeah, well, I achieved to get to Benny and Oli. Then a crash happened right ahead before of us. So yeah, just chilling behind those máquinas, those aliens of Oli and Benny. And on the, I don't know if 11 or 10 lap, I said, okay, let's play together.
Yeah, we saw that happen too. Hey,
Yeah.
Tell us a bit about IRS. You're part of a new organisation doing some skippy coaching for the Spanish-speaking community. Is that right?
Yeah, since almost 6 months or maybe more, I have part of this, We are very professionals. We have an amazing crew. I mean, I am with guys that are very, very good at this, professional drivers, and I recommend you all of you to check out our setups because these guys are real amazing.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Glad to hear it. Another
Yeah.
one contributing to the community as part of an organisation, just looking to get people out
Yeah.
on track and have fun, and that's the main thing, and we all enjoy getting better as well. So, listen, Christian, thank you for joining us on track again tonight. It's always great to see you out there. Is there anyone you'd like to call out to before we let you go tonight?
To you guys, you do an amazing job season after season, and this is a pleasure to be here to me. So congratulations to you, and we will see you another week.
Great. Thanks, Christian. Always great to see you, mate. Look forward to talking to you soon.
Ciao, ciao.
There you go, Timmy. That was one Christian Perez. As I've said a few times tonight, current 2K Cup champion, of course, so he knows how to steer. And very humble. He's a really nice fella in my experience as well, both on track and off, even if he gets a little bit cheeky on track, typing in chat and whatever as he goes along, eh?
Just seems like, and it certainly feels the way with Benny too. They just really love their racing, and you said it a second ago. It's about that's what it's about. Getting out there, having a blast, having a hoot, and they take it seriously. They want to do well. They want to win, of course, which is what makes them proper drivers. But they're in it for the right reasons, and I think for anyone who chooses to participate in this time slot, sort of feels that way, So good on him, and for the efforts he puts into the community too is fantastic.
Yep, absolutely. Couldn't have said it better. Now, let's bring up our roving reporter from, I assume, the second split tonight, Team Milo's own Ben Snell. I can't even chuck you up on the overlays, mate, because I haven't got your name in here. How'd you go out there tonight, mate? Was it feisty and fun?
Oh yeah, feisty was definitely the word I would use. Oh, it was a cracking race. So it was basically a 6 to 7 car lead pack battle the entire race. And as most guys that would run in second splits and stuff would know, everyone thinks that they've got a chance to win, and most people thought they had a chance to win from about position 5 coming into turn 4 every lap. So it was interesting, that's for sure. But I managed to get a P2, so I'm pretty happy with that. That's I think that's the most SNL points I've got this season.
That's good. I tell you though, it was decidedly gaps in our Milo quota for the season. So hopefully the racing you're doing lately will help with the return to the top split, because speaking from personal experience, I know you got the pace to be there, mate, but certainly glad to have the roving reporter duties covered by your good self, mate. I'm glad to see you out there enjoying it as well. So anyone you'd like to give a shout out to tonight, mate?
Oh, of course, put a big shout out to you guys for putting on the stream. Sounds like I have a pretty exciting race to go watch at a future date with the antics that the League Pack guys put on. So yeah, big shout out to you guys for putting on the broadcast, and of course to the Skippies community for being such a strong field that I couldn't even get into the top split. So thanks, guys. Really appreciate you rocking up every week.
Beautiful. All right, Ben. Thanks, mate. We'll talk to you soon.
Cheers, fellas.
There you go, Tim. One Ben Snell, a good character, good Aussie larrikin style character who likes to get out there and get amongst it. Just, we just need him back in the top split to add a bit more colour.
Just a bit of farming wouldn't go astray for Ben, but I know when he does it, it normally doesn't end well. But I thought he was going to say, Alex, he went 10-pin bowling tonight and nailed a few strikes in turn 1, took out half the field, but P2 is a good result for him. Hopefully we see him in the top split next week, and I think we're at Watkins, Glenn.
Oh, we are we? Oh my goodness!
You don't like it?
Oh, I think it's the classic. No boot.
International Cup.
Oh, really? I need to sound more enthusiastic, I know, but Watkins without the boot, let's just go race NASCAR, right?
Yeah.
Having said that, I'm just looking at it now. It's got the bus stop. It's literally got 7 corners, including the bus stop. So it could be interesting for those racing during the week. But hopefully, the guys will turn back out. We'll have another race. And it could be, it could be more of the same, but with bigger packs, depending on how things go. And if guys play nice, you could have 9-10 cars in it right to the end, right?
Provided there's no 10-pin bowling.
Provided that is. That's
You
it.
could. Yeah, the racing's exciting, but I feel your sentiments about the track being a little bit on the, a bit of a snooze fest sort of thing. But I think, when you do race there, kind of doesn't matter where you qualify. There's always a chance you're going to hang on to the lead pack. So great for great for everyone involved. But I realise how it's not everyone's cup of tea.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Well, we might start wrapping things up here tonight, folks. Tim, anything you'd like to tell the folks at home?
Look, not in particular, but it's been a pleasure to commentate with you tonight, Alex, and really pleased to be back. And if Corey, if you ever, want a night off, take the missus out to dinner. If your PC breaks down, mate, just give me a quick call, and I'll be here to fill some the big shoes.
Beautiful. All right. Well, yes, thank you very much for joining us here tonight, Tim. Filling in is much appreciated. But folks at home, everything on your screen, Top Split at the moment. The Discord is where you'll find us to do the broadcast and the post-race interviews. Top Split YouTube is where you will find this and all the other historical replays of Sunday and Monday Night Lights, and this Twitch channel, Top Split TV, is where you'll find us each and every week. Don't forget our end of season raffle, folks. Subscribe to the channel, donate to the channel. $5 or more each time gets you a ticket in the raffle to win a $100 Steam voucher that'll be drawn in the last broadcast of this season. Thanks to those who've already joined in on that. It's fantastic, the support we've received. All right, folks, that might just about do us. On behalf of Mr. Tim Gorcrotcher, I've been Alex McKellar, and until next time, thank you so much for joining us, and ciao for now.